everyone, this is Addison here at Fort Stewart, and today we're going to talk about text blocks. So let's go to your page. Now you know that the first thing you have to do when you want to edit your page is you need to go into edit mode, which is right up here on the left hand side, little pencil, and we click it. And it will turn green, and that's how we know that we're in edit mode, and then we can add content. So these column areas and these sidebar areas, footer, this is where you can add content. So you can put them into these boxes. And everyone's page will look different depending on what we've talked about is best for your web page. But most people will have a right sidebar over here, and then a main area, and then a footer. So if we want to add a text block, we come over here to add content. And we click on the T for text. All right, I'm going to drag mine into the footer area so you can see how it turns green. Well, what if I want column 2 over here? I'm going to add mine into the footer area just because it's nice and big, and I'm going to show you guys some headings. All right, so when we're editing our text block, I have a little toolbar up here. This first button is the source code, so don't worry about that, that's for me. Here is your save and cancel button. Every time you make a change to your text block, you must save it. And once you save it, that's how you get out of the editing the text block, and you can edit other things. But while you see this toolbar, you can't edit anything outside of it. And if you've done something and you just totally want Concrete 5 to forget about what you've done, just click cancel. And it will forget everything you've done, all the changes you've made. Next over here is cut, copy, and paste, and they are exactly what you think they would be. Just know that if you are copying and pasting text, the best place to copy it from is Microsoft Word or Notepad. Concrete 5 does not like text copied from emails or PowerPoint presentations. So just so you know, it doesn't like it. This is the undo and redo button. So those are handy. And then over here we've got bold, underline, all that kind of stuff. I just don't want you guys to use this too much because we have preset headings that are bold and different sized, and those give continuity to the Fort Stewart webpage. With so many different types of agencies on post, we kind of want to keep everybody's page looking generally the same. Remove form, don't worry about this. Don't worry about remove format. The next one is a numbered list and a unordered or bulleted list. So these are if you want to add bullets and if you want to add numbers. These are the decrease and increase indent. So you know how you can tab over in Microsoft Word and it'll move the cursor over? You can't do that in Concrete 5. You have to use this indent button, and I'll show you how to use it. These are the alignment buttons, center, left and right, and span. This is a link button, and we'll talk about how to use the link button. This is inserting, the flag, anchor. Don't worry about anchor. You don't need that. This is the image button, so you would click this image button if you wanted to put a picture inside this text block, okay? And I will do a whole video on that, so don't worry about that. This is if you wanted to insert a table, and then here's the styles and the headings. So I'm going to show you the styles and the headings. And all I'm doing is clicking and typing. It's very simple. So I'm just going to show you guys the first 3, and you can play around. So heading 1, so if I want to change it, I highlight it, and I come over here, and I click heading 1. So there it is. Now use heading 1 sparingly. It's pretty big. It's almost as big as your page title up here, and we don't want to confuse anybody on what page they're on. We want everything to be, we want to draw the eye. Okay, here's heading 2, a little bit smaller, and then heading 3 is a little bit more bold, you'll see. There we go. And then there's normal. So I just wanted to leave normal there so you could see it. Now let's change the styles. I really love title thin, just because I really like, that's just kind of typeface I like. Seeing it pretty? Now, on the headings, you have to choose either 1 or 2 or 3. You can't choose both. But on these styles, you can overlay the styles. Oh, I didn't mean to cut bold. Okay. So you can click title thin, or you can click heading. Heading will give you these cute little dots underneath. And you've got a couple of other options. Now let's say I don't want it to be a headline anymore. I don't want the dots there. All I do is click it again and it'll go away. You see that? Now just so you know, you cannot make 2 different headings on this same line. So let's say, what I'm trying to say is, that's heading 2. I can't, see how these are on the same line? I can't have one of them be heading 1 and one of them be heading 2. It changes the whole line. Did you see that? Change the whole line. Okay, so let me backspace. Okay, so how to increase your indent. All right, so whatever you want indented, you just highlight and click indent, and it goes over. It'll go over again as many times as you want it to. Come all the way back, and then I'll show you what the bullets look like. All you have to do is highlight and it will bullet. All right, but if you don't want that, you just click it again and it'll go away. You could do the numbers, okay, and all that. Okay, so let's say I'm done with editing my text block. So I'm going to come over here and click save. And it'll think, you see the blue bar, it'll think. And now we know. Now here it is. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is the design. So let's say I wanted to make this box colored. Let's make it gray. I'd click it, and then I'd go down here to design and custom template. Okay, and then I got this little toolbar that comes up. So I can do, I can change the text size and color, except that you can't really change you don't want to change the size of the text, but you can change the link color, but you can't change the text color. Sorry, should have said that a little bit better, but yeah, can't change the text color because my theme will override it. But that's because we don't want everybody putting tons of different colors all over their web page. All right, this one right here, this image is the background. So if you wanted the background of this text block to be an image, you would choose image and go to the file manager, which we'll talk about later. Or you can click, if you want it to just be a color, you can click this color. All right, and let's say I want it to be gray. Come on, wake up. There it goes. So you just click where you want it to go. I'm gonna have it go over here, a little lighter. And then I click choose. All right, and let me show you guys what that looks like. Ta-da! All right, you can do a lot of stuff in the design and custom template toolbar. You can change the border, you can change the margins and padding, which is kind of like the space in between and, well, between and outside of the box. You can give shadows, and then I can do custom CSS in here, so it's a nice little toolbar, but we'll go into that in another video. All right. So that is how you insert a text block box. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one.